Coming up, we have a technopreneur who is with around 22 years of experience in IT, including 18 years of as a transformation leader, product owner, and consultant in cloud automation, PaaS, and big data DevOps tools. He is none other than Deepak Mishra, CEO of Prodevans. Please have a huge round of applause for Deepak Mishra.
You know, all this was is at the boom, and Linux trainers were not given that much of importance. Anyone from that age, early 2000, who had taken Linux as your career, right? Oh yes. Um, we would have trained thousands of students in Hyderabad. There was a time, okay, if you pick up 10 RHCs in India, at least one would be in Hyderabad. Okay, so that's where I started, and Hyderabad brought me back uh, to this forum when I was a keynote speaker in KCD Kerala, and Atul reached out to me and said that, okay, Atul, you there? Round of applause for this boy. So he reached out and said that, okay, we are doing, KCD Hyderabad. I said, okay, I'll be there, I'll be your sponsor. As many years, Atul and team, you guys will do KCD Hyderabad, I'll be your sponsor. Okay? Now, my slide is up? Okay, cool. So, what do you see? Hyderabadis are known for money. in 13, 14 years, okay, since I left from Hyderabad and I settled in Bangalore, when I come back, okay, what I see is money. The big buildings, okay. Believe you me, my friend, North America, United States do not have these buildings what you guys have here. You go to headquarters of all these companies in San Francisco, they will be scared of seeing this kind of infrastructure, right? Then why not this? So the topic which I picked to talk about is GenAI. So the market is $1.3 trillion market, okay? And how many of you do not have Einstein in your backyard? Okay, did not understand. How many of you do not use ChatGPT? How many of you use ChatGPT? Okay, so all of you have an Einstein in your backyard. Now, the scary part is you ask ChatGPT and you do not want to be the part of that career, right? So what IDC talks about these infographics, I don't want to read about it, but let us discuss how you can unlock the Gen AI potential. It's emerging so rapidly. In 1.5 years, it has created a disruption. You know, my friend, okay, who talked about the developers' productivity, right? Forget about developers' productivity. Forget about system operation productivity. Forget about cloud productivity. Even forget about a normal employee's productivity. In 100,000, 200,000, 10,000 or employee organization, can you believe if 30 to 35% of your productivity is just lost because of information overpouring, spread out, and not having a proper knowledge transfer? Do you all agree? If you agree, raise your hand. Huh? All your KTs are scaring, right? So Gen AI is going to be that de facto approach and a mass disruption. So how you fit into the scheme, right? Can you fit into the scheme as a hardware engineer? Can you fit into the scheme as an operating system engineer? Can you fit into the scheme as a Kubernetes engineer? Can you fit into the scheme as a storage engineer? Can you fit into the scheme as a developer, a microservice developer? Can you fit into the scheme as a middleware administrator? Can you fit into this scheme as a data engineer? Can you fit into the scheme as a data scientist? Can you fit into the scheme as a... So, all these roles exist in Hyderabad. All of these roles can fit into the Gen AI, provided you know how to do it. But what is the scary part? The scary part is the security. The Einstein which you have in the backyard, every enterprise organization want to have their own Einstein because they have money. So they want their own Einstein. They don't want the OpenAI Einstein which you guys are using. And the scary part is the corporate data you are feeding into the Open Einstein, or instead of using Einstein, okay, metaphor, I can say the ChatGPT 4.0. Believe you me, you are putting your organization data there. Okay, just think your SSN or employee ID or your corporate salary or your corporate inside data. You, out of curiosity, putting it into that for getting some answer, or converting a PDF into the text, or text to a PDF, or to a video or an image. You are putting things into the risk. The enterprise do not want. And round of applause for Vishal, who talked absolutely what an air gap environment in banking system is. Did he talk about 3 data center? Did he talk about uptime? Did he talk about millisecond response? Did he talk about active? Then think, enterprise Gen AI need a secure, scalable, reliable infrastructure where the Einsteins of any number for any number of use cases has to run, and security is at the top. Then the ease of development. I think the Devtron team talked about the developer productivity. Round of applause for Prakash, right? So developer productivity is lost because LLM is a continuous development. The large language model, which takes millions of keywords, prompts and all that, it has to process, it needs highest level of productivity and accuracy, and that needs continuous development. If that is not helping you in the Gen AI, that's a risk. And end-to-end use case. End-to-end use case, it cannot be just doing one typical use case. It has to be end-to-end. So keeping all that in mind, organizations put their money, just not $100,000 or 1 million. They are putting billions of money into this new age, Gen AI, right? Creating number of Einsteins for them. So if that is the case, they would be looking at return on investment. Return on investment is nothing but, again, productivity. Double the productivity, triple the productivity, quadruple the productivity of developer, of system operation, cloud operation, whose productivity? They want return on investment on all these, okay? Then the challenges are there, right? There are too many, overloaded information about AI, ChatGPT, Gen AI, data science, data engineer. Every parents in Hyderabad, every parents in Andhra Pradesh, every parents in India who do not want their kid to be not in AI or ML. Tell me. Right? Everybody want, but they do not know where to start. So that's the same case. So much of overloading information, where will you start? So what Prodevans has done, we picked up Open Platform Enterprise AI. Okay? Intel introduced it. We started working on it little before. So it is 3 stages. Prepare the data. As you know, the idea comes from the enterprise or organization, but it has to be solved. So what they do, they hire data scientists. How many of you are data scientists here? So the idea and the data scientist, right? They need to work. But for what? Unless until there is a correct data set. Data set has to be decided by the data engineer, right? Then data also need to be churned. So you need multiple vector databases. There are Neo4j Pinecone vector database. There is Redis vector database. There's so many vector databases. Prodevans is partnered with almost all of them, but they need a choice of the database based on the performance, open source versus closed source, or enterprise, based on the cost, based on the speed. So that has to be, and there are so many application ISVs who want to present their application for the Gen AI purpose. I will show you a demo today. Then making the LLMs, the large language model, which has to be built, right? It has to be domain-centric. It has to be, so think how many large language model. If you have seen a cat race, okay, you might have heard about cat race. So LLM race is of that type. There are thousands of LLM, are there in the market, right? So it has to be aggregated LLMs. Like you have, several aggregator LLMs, okay, that has to be also modeled and it has to be, put up right. Then the third step is, or phase is, deploy into the production. So to make it production, it is absolutely required that it has to be managed, scale, and all that. So what is the architecture? The architecture is you are putting your green lines where the user query from the chat, it has to, all the green lines are the normal model, right? Then I have a purple line. So that is nothing but the enterprise, custom architecture. So this architecture, you can take a picture. This holds good as long as you want to build a GenAI, right? So this is your corporate data, personal data, image, video, right? But the green line is nothing but the one which is actually for your normal LLM practice. But there is an improvisation required, which is the purple line, okay, which is there. And the orange line is for fine-tuning it. So we worked on query. I'll just give you a demo how it is. Query is being built on this enterprise AI. Prodevans as an organization have been solving several problems for NPCI, RBI,
And
several
hello
banks,
to AI-powered excellence
and
with
I would
Query,
like you
our
to take
enterprise
a
GPT,
look
built
and
on OPEA.
stay tuned to this
Experience
CNCF
seamless
event.
operations
Good
with
job,
Query's
organizers,
intuitive
right?
interface
And
designed
keep doing
to
this.
understand
Thank
and
you.
respond in real time. Hey HR, what's my leave balance?
You have 10 sick leaves and 15 privilege leaves remaining.
Summarize the attached training video.
The training session covers HR policies, salary deductions, and employee rights under the Factories Act, 1948.
Hey IT, what's the status of my ticket?
Your ticket is in progress, with an estimated completion time of 2 hours.
Effortless search, real-time updates, and enhanced productivity, all at your fingertips. With robust security and role-based access control, your data is always protected. Unlock a new way of knowledge management. Embrace the future with Query. Visit us at www.query.in.
Thank you so much. Now I request Kapil to give a